Hello? Hello? Bro, are they seriously body blocking me right now? Alright, there we go. So, let's get them all in the detonator. That was crazy. Oh, there you have it. Cataclysmic run starting off with the Impactone, or Impact 1. I still don't really know what it's called, but it's the weapon, the... Oh, look at the guinea pig! Oh, that's just... They're just rubbing it in my face that I didn't play the game when I could get the guinea pig. But, as always, I do like doing a Cataclysmic run using the same weapon throughout the entire run, right? So I'll probably switch out the beat bolt at some point, but I'm going to keep the Impactone or Impact 1 throughout the whole time. That's just what I like doing, seeing if a weapon is good enough to carry it the whole way through without any issues. And of course I'll upgrade it as well if need be, right? If we don't get a higher level one, of course I'll upgrade it just so it stays relevant. But I have been playing around with it a little bit. Haven't done a full run with it though. Decent iframes is what I've noticed, but that's really about it. I haven't tried any specific builds with it, anything like that. There was a patch today where looks like they fixed it because it had some like on-hit collision, like it wouldn't actually do damage. So let's see how this weapon will fare. I don't think I'm going to be using it for its combo now without some attack speed, because this weapon is super slow. Check out its combo. Look at this. So slow. Can't really dash cancel it either. So yeah, we're not going to be using it for its combo. We're going to be using it for that alter attack, which has really good iframes, like I was saying. Plus, it has this full like 360-degree sweep. And looks like it does a pretty good amount of damage. I'm seeing it for the first time in action in like a Cataclysmic run, not like in the arc, you know, fighting the training dummy. So I'm pretty happy with it right now. Hopefully, I don't know, I still don't know what it's going to be good with. You know, there's new gifts, plenty of reworked gifts, not to mention, you know, all the existing builds as well. So it's going to be a little bit of a learning experience for me, just to see what is good for stacking, you know, debuffs, maybe echo. I have no idea. So let's find out together, shall we? So it doesn't matter what direction you aim when you fire it, because of course you have the 360, but then it does like that final blast in whatever direction you're facing, and it doesn't look like it's something that you can move once you start it, like the anchor boom. So just mechanically, that's something to keep in mind so you can get good value out of it. So I'm actually gonna have to pay attention to what direction I faced there. There I faced the complete opposite direction, but you get the idea. I mean, in these cases, when I'm fighting the little enemies, doesn't really matter, right? It does a full 360. But I think you can actually get like both hits in, like the 360 and the final blast, if you aim it properly. So let me just make sure I'm facing the right direction next time we come across an elite or the tri-bomber. Here we go. Let's try and get all of them, all of our ducks in a row. Okay, no, I am not good with this weapon, it seems. Oh, yeah, I predicted that he would land in front of me, for sure. Yeah, but good iframes on it. Yeah, decent damage. If you were looping, maybe you might be able to pull off attack speed. 240. I mean, that's a lot. But man, it is so slow. Let's see how much damage it does. Not much. Yeah, I'm not really feeling it for its combo. I don't think many people are. So get a bunch of attack speed and then maybe we'll revisit. But for now, I'm just happy using it for that. For those lasers here. And those juicy iframes that we all love. Oh, another one. And this one's gonna heal me. I'll definitely take that. Looks like we're coming up on the tri-bomber here. Let's see how it does. Alright, important to get some backstabs in. Trying to line it up so I get like the full... Look at that. Yeah, you can get more damage from the lasers, it feels like like from the original 2 and then the final blast. Maybe, oh, okay, maybe if I'm like right on top of it. That seemed to do more damage, because I got like both procs from it. Let's see, switching weapons. I feel like we're doing that quite a bit. I think we'll run with that. And then, of course, the boost stock is going to come in handy. And we made it just in time for the time chest as well. So time chest time, get it? Backstabs give 30% chance to overwhelm. That is sneaky. I will certainly take that. And then let's just commit to the alter attack. Like at 360, so that's going to help the Impactone. I mean, that's what I'm going with. A little bit. Getting some curse would be really helpful. And then hopefully getting this to level 5 for the additional affix. But yeah, now this is always the fun part, because you get to kind of, you know, when you have new weapons, you get to see what other weapons they're good with. You get to see what gifts they synergize with, especially with the gift rework. Now it's basically open season. You know, so much testing needs to be done, and it's, in my opinion, unless you play Windblown 24 hours a day, it's too much for one person. Because think of all the possible weapon combinations. Over, I think it was 300 last time I ran the numbers. Or no, I think it's like 250. But basically there's a ton of weapon combinations, not to mention all the new gifts and the reworked gifts. So yeah, it's not really possible for any one person to try them all and be able to give some sort of you know, tier list, like ranking every weapon combination. And even if you could, you know, you still have trinkets, you still have gifts. So that's why it's really important to also put your ideas or your feedback in the comments or in Reddit or the Discord or whatever, just so we can all learn, right? Because that's part of the beauty of the game. There's just so many possibilities and combinations, and they're all pretty like equally possible, right? It's not like some roguelites have like this really rare thing that shows up, you know, once every 100 runs that make it like a crazy. Oh, okay, hold on. Wait, let's lock in. I think we go critical damage. I want that alter attack to be the best it can be. But yeah, some roguelites just have like really rare things that are super overpowered. This game is a bit different, because everything's like equally possible, right? Because all the weapons, you know, you can eliminate some to make some more possible, I guess, but not really, because it's still the same chance of dropping. If you have 8 weapons in your memory deck, then those 8 weapons are going to drop, you know, equally. So that's what I like about this game. It's just really about who finds the build and who can make it work. So that's why it's a team effort, not just one person. So we did get sneaky, which is going to be kind of crazy. For those of you who don't know, overwhelm is like a new it's like a new keyword, right? Like a new, you know, same thing like burn or curse or what have you. Backstabs is overwhelm. Basically a super crit hits that overwhelm, deal 125% additional damage. So in our case, because we have sneaky, backstabs have a chance of that. Oh yeah, and you can also fight the pillars now. Headbanger, I guess, is just throwing them out there from wherever he's at. So this is just, I think this gift here, really good for bringing awareness to backstabs, because that's something that people just forget about, I think. Especially if you're not using Katars. People are like, oh yeah, I forgot backstabs are a thing. So, sneaky. I like it. I don't know what it's... Was that like a box? I don't know what the icon is supposed to be. Alright, come on. Big damage. Trying to get some overwhelm hits, but I gotta make sure they're backstabs first and foremost. And that guy just teleported away from my lasers. What a jerk. This thing is starting to do some pretty big damage, especially if we get an overwhelm here. Headbanger at 8 minutes, so we should be able to get the time chest. But let's really see how the Tectones. Wait, what? Did you guys see that damage? Hold on, get another backstab. Oh, I tried to trigger another overwhelm. So I think what I'm starting to realize is you want to be close, so you can get the value from both hits, right? Like the original 2 Okay, I guess my iframes were not as long as I thought. Look at that, 4,000. What? That is crazy amounts of damage. Yeah, if you're like on top of the enemy, you get like, oh my, that is kind of crazy. That was a lot of damage. Plus, it's just in a whole 360. Let's see, does explosive hits work on the altar? Let's find out. Wow, that was a lot of damage, especially with the overwhelm. Get that timed chest. We'll take some health and shells looted by the team. Then we might as well just get the final gift. I'm gonna take some curse for me. I'll take a flask too. And then let's get that affix attack speed. Not really what we wanted, but we'll re-roll it at the end of stage 3. Let's see. Looks like we're going to Rat Village. Oh my goodness, that was... He just got absolutely obliterated. I don't know, I'm trying to think of how I feel about this weapon, but really, okay, the combo's not good. Combo's not good at all. Especially since you can't dash cancel it. Maybe if you had like a crazy amount of attack speed, but even then I wouldn't use it for that. I would use it for its alter attack, which has good iframes plus the 360. Just gotta make sure to aim it. Like there, I did not aim it, but here I'm kind of facing him, so that worked out. Made sure to hit him with the final blast. But if you have those larger enemies is what I'm noticing, like the Tri-Bomber where I can just sit underneath him, I'm hitting him with like all 3 lasers instead of just like the final one. Look at that, just actually one-shotting him. And now this would be nice to spam the altar, but I kind of like the eye blade, just being able to dash cancel. So I'm gonna keep it for now. That's kind of ridiculous. This is Cataclysmic too. They might need to they might need to make a harder difficulty. Or at least bump up the numbers here. I don't know, maybe it's the new gifts. They're kind of overtuned, like Overwhelm. Overwhelm is crazy. I haven't even unlocked all the new gifts yet. That's why I'm doing so many runs lately, trying to find them. Because I don't think, unlike weapons, I think gifts are just kind of, if they drop, they drop. I don't think they drop from anything in particular, like a specific enemy, or I think they do drop from a specific stage, maybe. But I don't know, there's so many gifts in the game, I don't really keep track of like, oh yeah, this brutality gift drops from this stage, this enemy. I'm just kind of go with the flow type thing. Now this survivor change, massive change, massive change. Wait, what's he doing back there? Are you guys watching this? What's he doing? Okay, he's just having a good time, I guess, with his new weapon. Even though I'm paused and nothing should be happening. Okay. But yeah, this is one of the best changes here. Because instead of just not being able to replace it, it gets destroyed when used, so you can pick it back up again if you find it. Really good change on that. Survivor and Protection got a lot of love with the update. So let's see how this elite fares. Trying to get a backstab or something. Alright, he's a little tanky. But we got him with a laser. So what's our build really looking like right now? A little bit of Overwhelm. We got damage from pretty much everything. Blast, Overwhelm, Brutality. Getting just our stats up. Curse as well. Probably get rid of that Curse gift since we have a Curse trap. I detonate and then hit him with the laser. I think that's probably going to be a good strategy going forward. Plus all these enemies are all going to get hit. Alright, that is satisfying. That is satisfying. Just wiping the screen. Okay. New gift. Oh, we are so back. Assassinate. That was one of the worst gifts prior, because all it did was just your first hit did 120% damage, which wasn't really too useful or noticeable. Even in Endless, where you only get one hit, typically that one hit kills enemies, so why did you need Assassinate? But now that it got reworked, I don't know what it got reworked into, but I'm gonna find out. I did make a suggestion. before the update came out. I said Assassinate should, if you get your first hit on an enemy and it's a backstab, you should just instantly kill them. I don't think they took my advice. So I'm curious to see what they decided to do with it. I just thought that would be cool. Because, you know, your first hit on an enemy, typically not going to be a backstab, but it would reward you for seeking them out. Maybe incentivize Leaf Fade. Alright, let's, okay, that was not very smart by me. I'm doing a little bit of trolling. But I think our Impact 1 does heal. Very slowly, mind you. This might be a dangerous game I'm playing, but I don't really want to use a flask. We got a ton of money now. Oh, there's Toad. And there is Midas. Midas got nerfed to 4% now. It just gets worse and worse. Very sad, 4%. But hey, 4% is better than no percent. Yeah, I did notice a lot of the damage gifts just got nerfed by a little bit. Alright, note to self, yeah, the healing Impactone doesn't really heal too much. I mean, it's not like an attack speed weapon or anything like that, so makes sense. A better Impactone? Okay, we can definitely take this. And yeah, I know we have Midas, but this is more about the weapon. So let's upgrade it to level 8. We get... Okay, goo and attack speed, we're not going to need this. So we're going to re-roll this. That's what you want to see. That's exactly what you want. Backstab is good. The combo, not so much, but this is good. This is good. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, let's see how we're going to do with this new upgraded Impactone. Did pretty well there. Alright, this guy's always beefy, so it's a good test of our weapon. Keep in mind that I do got to get backstabs, not only to possibly trigger Overwhelm, but just because we have that affix now. So let's be a little more strategic here, try and get some backstabs. But it's hard with the altar. But if we can pull it off, I mean, you'll just see their health go from 100 to 0. He was spinning. That should have totally counted as a backstab. I'm trying to use Detonator to get behind him. You saw that Overwhelm there. You can see the little lightning bolt on the damage number. That's how you know I succeeded and Sneaky did its job. Sneaky being that gift there. Alright, let's see. Laser. Alright, I have lasers too, buddy. Let's see whose lasers are better. I have pretty good iframes. I'm not worried about this at all. 9,000. 9,000 damage. That was... Wow. I haven't looped, by the way. This is just my first go around. Gotta say hello to Greg. Alright, so we made it to the end. We're gonna take crit damage. That's a pretty juicy curse trap, I gotta be honest. Wow. And then let's I don't know, we don't need to upgrade anything else. What I want to do is I want to see if this Impactone I still don't know. Impact 1? I want to see if this weapon can do something that I've been doing a lot recently, which is just you know, doing all three at the same time. So let's see if the alter attack is strong enough. Assuming I can even get to the... Hello? Hello? Bro, are they seriously body blocking me right now? Alright, there we go. So, let's get them all in the Detonator. That was crazy. Don't want to get too close to Red there because he's in his... The Detonator kind of pulls all the projectiles in. That was a crazy overwhelm. I don't know if you saw that damage number there. I didn't get the details, but looked like a big number. Look at that. Oh, yeah. I'm getting the strategy here. You want to make sure you're close enough to get like the whole shebang when it comes to the getting all three lasers. That was crazy. That was crazy damage. What? That was insane. I mean, the whole start was kind of a interesting experience as I was getting body blocked, but that damage was pretty overwhelming. See what overwhelming? Okay, hold on. Hold on. We'll do a review here. Let's go to the usual spot and game timer at 17 minutes. That's not too shabby. Koi fish blocking our way. Classic. Okay, here we go. So we used the Impactone the whole way through. Got a pretty nice looking one with that backstab damage, which paired really nicely with our sneaky here, which gives a 30% chance to overwhelm on a backstab. So when it worked, and hey, critical hex even making that better. We got plenty of boost throughout the run, and then brute alternation, explosive hits. I didn't notice that one too much, and then Midas kind of threw that away at the end. Um, Survivor, I forgot we had this. I'm not gonna lie, completely forgot about that. But that was the Impact Dome. I was really kind of critical about this at the start because this combo horrendously long. You can't really dash cancel with it to make it that much faster. This is me dash canceling it. It's pretty much the same speed. Except maybe the first two hits? I'm not sure. But yeah, that was very underwhelming. But this whole laser thing, especially if you are on top of the enemy, they have a large hitbox, you can get all three lasers to hit. So these two plus the third final one, really nice weapon. At least for the ultra attack, really good invincibility frames. And I can imagine once you end up looping, you just stand in the middle of some enemies and you just alter attack and it wipes the whole screen around you 360 degrees. Especially, I would have loved to have gotten a size 100 just to see how that would look like. And now assassinates change. Oh, I've been looking forward to this. Your first hit against a target overwhelms them. Nice. And subsequent, wait, that is crazy. For 2 seconds, 25%? That way that you basically get like a chance to overwhelm permanently. That's a really good. That's a major improvement, I would say, than what Assassinate was before. So very nice indeed. I think the next video I'm gonna do is gonna be the jar, testing the jar and Cataclysmic. The jar is definitely Windblown's gimmick weapon, considering I'm gonna be losing shells every shot I take with it. But we'll see. If you want to see that, make sure to like, subscribe, because that's probably gonna be uh, in the near future. So that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the vortex back there.